You spend hours, crafting the perfect sales pitch. But what if I told you that the most crucial sentence you write is actually the email subject line?
Yeah, it's true. And studies show that a compelling subject line can boost your open rates by as much as 50%. Think about it. That's half your potential leads right there.
That's that's huge. No wonder the sales experts dedicated an entire blog post to the 21 most effective sales email subject lines ever written. Today, we're going beyond just listing those subject lines. We're unpacking the psychology behind them and giving you the tools to create your own sales-driving subject lines.
Yeah, we're going to equip you to write subject lines that don't just get opened, but truly resonate with your target audience, whether they're sales leaders, hiring managers, or executives.
Okay, let's dive in. One of the first things the sales experts emphasize is the power of curiosity. They highlight subject lines like, unlock a secret advantage in industry product, and I have to admit, I'd probably click on that.
It's like dangling a carrot, isn't it? That hint of exclusive information, a secret edge, it's hard to resist. Our brains are wired to seek out new information, especially if it promises to give us an advantage.
And it's not just about teasing information, it's about making it relevant to the reader. The sales experts also talk about the importance of personalization with examples like your personalized plan for specific goal.
What's interesting here is that personalization goes beyond just inserting their name. It's about demonstrating that you understand their specific needs and challenges. A subject line that feels tailored to them instantly cuts through the noise of generic marketing messages.
It's like you've done your research and you're offering a solution just for them. Speaking of solutions, the sales experts also recommend tackling pain points head-on in your subject lines. I'm talking about subject lines like, is pain point a priority for you right now?
This tactic is all about meeting your prospects where they are. Many buyers are already aware of their problems and are actively seeking solutions. By acknowledging those pain points up front, you position yourself as someone who understands their world and, more importantly, can help them navigate it.
It's a bold move, but I can see how it would grab attention, especially if it's a pain point that's been keeping them up at night.
Exactly. You're not shying away from the problem. You're confronting it head-on and offering a potential lifeline. And that's a powerful message, especially for busy executives who value their time and efficiency.
So we've covered curiosity, personalization, and addressing pain points. Are you starting to see a pattern here? It seems like the most effective subject lines tap into the psychology of the reader.
Absolutely. It's not just about catchy phrases. It's about understanding what makes your target audience tick, what motivates them, what concerns them, what piques their interest. By tailoring your subject lines to those psychological triggers, you dramatically increase your chances of getting that email open.
And that's just the first step toward sales success, right?
Exactly. The open is just the beginning. But it's a crucial beginning. It's your chance to make a first impression and entice them to learn more.
Sounds like the sales experts have a lot more to share on this topic.
They do. We've only just scratched the surface.
Well, let's dig a little deeper then, shall we? There's a lot more to unpack here.
We've talked about tapping into curiosity and pain points, but one tactic that the sales experts highlight is the power of social proof. It's that age-old idea that if everyone else is doing it, it must be good.
Yeah, we see it everywhere, from online reviews to those 9 out of 10 dentists recommend commercials.
Exactly. And it works just as well in sales emails. Subject lines like, join number others who have benefited from product service provide instant credibility.
Especially for those sales leaders and executives who are always looking for proven solutions.
Right. It takes the pressure off them to be the first adopter. Seeing that others have already achieved success with your product or service gives them the confidence to take that next step.
So it's not just about showcasing the benefits, it's about showcasing the results.
Precisely. The sales experts suggest going even further by using subject lines that highlight specific achievements, like how company name achieved specific result.
It's like a mini case study right there in the subject line.
And it's incredibly compelling because it offers a glimpse into what's possible. It's like saying, look, this company you admire achieved this amazing result, and you can too.
Speaking of compelling results, the sales experts also talk about the effectiveness of subject lines that create a sense of urgency or exclusivity.
This taps into our fear of missing out, that FOMO that drives so many of our decisions.
We don't want to be left behind, especially in the fast-paced world of business. So a subject line that hints at a limited time offer or exclusive access can be a powerful motivator.
Think about subject lines like exclusive invite, event webinar name, or last chance to claim your discount on product service. They create a sense of scarcity and encourage people to act now.
It's like a virtual velvet rope, making them feel like they're part of an exclusive club.
Exactly. And that feeling of exclusivity can be a powerful driver of sales success.
The sales experts also touch on the power of asking a question in your subject line. Like, quick question about goal interest. Why is this so effective?
Questions are inherently engaging. They naturally draw is and make us want to find the answer.
It's like you're starting a conversation right there in the subject line.
Precisely, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to move beyond a one-way message and spark a dialogue with your prospect.
So it's not just about getting them to open the email. It's about getting them to think, to engage, and to respond.
Exactly. A well-crafted question can do all of that and more.
We've covered so much ground already. Curiosity pain points, social proof, urgency, exclusivity questions. What ties all these tactics together?
At the end of the day, it's all about understanding your audience and what motivates them. Whether you're targeting sales leaders, hiring managers, or executives, you need to speak their language and address their specific needs.
It sounds like the sales experts have a lot more to say on this topic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've just scratched the surface.
Well, then let's dive back in. I'm eager to hear more about how to apply these principles to create those killer subject lines. So we've covered a lot of ground, from psychology-driven tactics to real-world examples. But I'm curious, what would you say is the most important takeaway for our listeners when it comes to crafting those killer subject lines?
That's a good question. You know what's fascinating here is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution. It's really about understanding your audience, their pain points, and their aspirations.
So it's not just about following a formula. It's about thinking strategically and tailoring your approach.
Exactly. And the sales experts offer some great advice on this front. They suggest considering the stage of the buyer's journey.
Oh, that's interesting. So are you talking about like targeting someone who's just becoming aware of a problem or someone who's actively evaluating solutions?
Yeah, that's right. Your subject line should align with where they are in that journey. If they're early on, pique their curiosity. If they're further along, offer concrete solutions or highlight social proof.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's about being relevant and timely.
Precisely. And the sales experts also emphasize, the importance of testing and refining your approach.
So don't be afraid to experiment with different subject lines and see what resonates best with your audience.
Exactly. Track your open rates, analyze your data, and constantly iterate to improve your results.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about driving those conversations and ultimately achieving sales success.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. The subject line is that crucial first step. It's your chance to grab their attention, pique their interest, and set the stage for a successful sales interaction.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything today. Any final thoughts for our listeners before we wrap up this deep dive?
Yeah, if I could leave our listeners with one piece of advice, it would be this. Don't underestimate the power of a well-crafted subject line. It can be the difference between a missed opportunity and a sales success story.
So go forth and craft those killer subject lines. Until next time, happy selling.